Okay, so today we will learn about the core Java. Um, Before that, I will tell you what is a little bit about the Java. What is the history of Java? So Java is basically the programming language, and it is originally developed by the Sun Microsystem. And the person who has introduced Java is James Gosselin, and this Java was introduced in 1996. Um, so yeah, so the latest version is Java 16, no, Java 18, I guess. You will check that when you install it. It's a old PPT, so yeah. So previously Java's name was Oak, but now it is called as Java. So about the Java features, Java and its features, Java, we know that it's a very high level programming language. Java is a platform. I mean, Java can be used in any platform, and it's a very portable language. These are all the features. Like Java is an object oriented language. uh, Object oriented language is like everything is here you learn is through objects, and object is like a real entity, so it's very easy to understand. uh, and we will learn more about the object oriented things. Java is platform independent. Unlike C++, Java is compatible um, with every platform. That's why it is called as Java platform independent. It has its virtual machine to execute their test cases, JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Okay, it's very simple to learn. It's very secured language. You cannot. They have a very good uh, securing features in it. So it is very secure language. It's an architecture neutral language. Okay, I will give you this PPT. You can learn this. You can read why it is simple, secured. Okay? It's a very portable language. If you have written somewhere and you wanted to execute it in somewhere else, so that way you can do that, because it's a portable, it's a robust language, multi-thread, high performance, you know, distributed language, and it is very dynamic in nature. Okay. So coming to the architecture of JDK is Java Development Kit, Java Runtime Environment, JRE, and JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. So before starting to the Java, you should know about all these terms. What is JDK? What its use? JRE, JVM. Okay. So basically, JDK is the Java Development Kit. So this is the kit which you are having in your system once we install it. Okay, so this is the whole kit. Inside kit, there are JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment. Okay, this is a JRE. JRE has a separate features. Inside JRE, you have all the classes, Java package classes, runtime libraries you have, and you have a JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. Inside Java Virtual Machine, you have all the class loader, memory areas, execution engine. All these things are inside it. Okay. So basically, JDK is JRE plus development tool. So inside the development tool, you have Java C means Java command prompt, where you can execute your test cases, and Java documents. Okay. So this is the Java development kit. So JRE plus this development tool combinedly makes JDK. And what is JRE? JRE have all the packages and classes and runtime libraries and JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. And what Java Virtual Machine do? They virtually execute the test cases by their execution engine and have the memory areas and a class loader. Okay. So this is just to show you that how this kit work. This is a kit, right? Java development kit. So how the how it is stored and how it is executed, you just get the idea. Okay. Now what we will do, we will install the Java in our system. For installing, what we have to do, we have to open the command prompt, just cmd type, and then duplicate this command prompt. And when you write here Java hyphen version, okay, if you click here, you will see that which version of Java is installed in your system. Okay, so I have 11 version installed. If you don't have any version installed in your system, what you will do, you will open the Google. Okay, open the Google, whichever browser you wanted to use, you just open it. And then what you will do, you will type Java JDK download. Okay, this is the thing which you have to select. Okay. And then you have to select this option. So there's a 16 version. Okay, this is the latest version, Java SE 16. Okay, just click on the JDK download, then you can download it. Okay, I have already downloaded, so I'm not clicking here. You just have to click here to download. Anyone has Java in their system?
Yes, I have it.
Yes, Chavi.
Okay.
Yes, I have. From
I
the
Okay.
class,
I
Anybody?
have,
only I have downloaded from.
hello.
Oh,
I
okay.
have,
Yes.
I have version 1.8. Is that good?
Yeah. That's also good.
1.8. That is good.
Yes, that is
Okay.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, then everybody has Java. Is there anyone who don't have Java in their system? When they go to command prompt and when you look into it, whatever Java version you are getting, anyone has who don't have Java installed? There is one more way you can see Java C hyphen version. Okay. Here you can see that this is Java 11.0.10 version. Dunstan, it's always good to have a advanced version. So if you want to install it or upgrade it, you can do that. Okay.
How to update?
Okay. The thing is, just you have to download this latest version 11. This is the Java latest version. Okay, so you just have to click on the download part, and then what will happen? It will start downloading. Okay, no, it will go to the, yeah. So here you just select that whichever operating system you are using. Like suppose if you are using Mac, then you have to install here. If you are using Windows 64, I am using Windows 64, so you have to click on this version. Okay, just click here and will download it. Okay, and then download. Okay, so then what will happen? Go to the downloads, go to the download section, and then you will see your your JDK has been downloaded. Okay, then from here you will install it. Okay, there's a simple procedure. I will give you the link to download it. It's not a very difficult thing to download. Okay, because I already have, so I cannot properly show you. So what will happen is, once you have downloaded it, it is showing you in the file C drive. Okay, just open the C drive. This is the C drive. Inside the C drive, you have a programming files. Okay, inside the programming file, you have Java. Inside the Java, you have these versions, whichever you have installed. Okay, once you run your executable file, this Java version will come here. Okay, so this is the Java 16. Inside this bin, okay, there are bin. So everybody has downloaded Eclipse also.
Yes, yes. Yes.
You have Eclipse also. Okay, great. Great. Then there is no problem. We can just start the, you know. So this, everybody has this. Anyone wanted to, tell me the procedure of installing Eclipse? So everyone has this Eclipse IDE.
Yes,
So
I
we can
have.
say, okay, anybody is not having Eclipse IDE? Is there anyone who has not having their Eclipse IDE in their system? So,
But I just installed.
Okay, you have installed it. You have got this.
Yes.
Okay, then fine. So we can skip this part if everyone is ready with the Eclipse. In later point also, if you have any doubts, like in installing, if you are getting any problem or anything, you can come to me so that we can connect anytime to install it in your system. Okay. So how to create a project? Okay, how to create a project, Java project? Just click on the file, new, and then we click on the Java project, like Java project post. So this also everybody knows. See, this is Selenium 1.8 version. So that is fine. Okay. If you want to change your version, you can change it from here. So I'm using 1.8 only. So that will be fine, Dunstan. Okay. So, so just write your project name, Java project.
Is it going to be
Whatever.
Java, or are we going to choose like a Maven?
No, it will be Java. Maven we will learn later. So this is Java project, not Maven project. Maven project is different. We will learn that later. But currently we are using Java project. We will do all our programming here in Java project. Just write the name, whatever name you wanted to write, and then finish it. Okay. So this is the project which we have created. This is all this will be. Okay. So this is the Java project which we have created. Okay, now in the source file, what we will do, we will right click, we will do new, and then create a package. Okay, we'll create a package. Any package name you can say that my first Java program. Okay, this is my first Java program. You have created a package. Okay, now inside this package you can have many classes. Okay, there's a class. Now class name will be like the whatever function you are writing or whatever method you are writing. Okay, we'll just write hello. You wanted to write hello in this class. So just write name hello, and you'll include this main method. Okay, public static void main, and then finish. So what will happen? There is one package created with name first Java program, and then there is a main method, public static void main. We will learn everything about this. Now what we will do, we will wanted to write hello. So system system dot out dot println. Print we can write print also, and we can write println. ln means the new line, correct? So we are writing it in the new line. So we'll write ln, and whatever we write here, that will be printed. Okay, so just we will save this program by Control S, and then we will run it. So this is the thing which we have printed. Now what will happen is, we will be thinking that what is class, no, what is objects. So that we will learn now from here. Okay, so don't worry if you are very confused about all those objects, class, what is object, what is class. These things we are learning in next 1 week. We are learning about everything about object, class, methods. No, so if you don't understand today, don't worry. This will be repeated again and again and again in this week. Okay, so I will tell you about object, which is the first object-oriented programming language, OOPS concept. This is the first OOPS concept, which is called as object. And I will tell you everything in the real-time environment, and then we will implement it in our program. Okay. So anybody can tell what is object? What do you mean by, no, in a simple English, what is object? Anyone?
An object is an instance of class.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
object is the instance of class that is there in Java, right? But in English, what is object? I mean, object is just
like a material, like
yeah,
it's
correct.
something material that you can touch, or you can. I mean, not not you can touch it every time, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's a
object is
physical
anything.
or mental. It can be physical or mental.
Correct. Correct. So object is an anything which you see is an object. Correct. So for example, I have taken a real-time example, which is a dog. Okay, dog is an object, you can say. Okay, and dog has their characteristics. What is the characteristic or the features? What the dog has? It has color, it has name, it has breed, as well as its behaviors. Like, as you see, dog can bark and can eat and can sleep. So these are all the behaviors. Behaviors means it's a method, like how it is eating, how it is sleeping. So these are all the method, and these are the characteristics or the features of the object. So what is object? If you see a dog comes into your mind. Okay, it doesn't store any it doesn't store any memory in your thing. Like, it comes only the image of the dog. But what is this dog? Either the dog is in brown color or black color. So then only it comes into your mind that, yeah, this thing is a black dog or any breed dog. Okay, so that is called as the object is not storing any memory, but it is giving you the idea that this entity is a dog. Okay, now comes the class. A class can be defined as a template or as a description or the behavior of the object. Okay, like suppose there is a class dog which has their variables, has a breed, age, color. Okay, and the method is like, it knows barking, it gets hungry, it gets sleepy. Okay, so these are the methods of that particular class. Okay. Now comes to the methods. Okay, we will come in the data type later, but the method is what? Method is a block of code. Okay, it's a block of code. Here this is a method in which you write your code. Okay, it's a block of code which you can pass data known as parameters. Like parameters is that whatever you are passing inside this inside the parenthesis, that is called as parameters. Okay, in a method are also used to perform certain action. Suppose action is like what? Dog is barking, so that is a action done by the dog. So that is done in like inside that you will write all those actions which are done by the dog, like how it is barking, how it is everything is doing. So that is the action performed by the class. Okay, so that is the action, and it is also known as function, but mainly in Java we call that as method. Okay, inside the method you can have all the actions performed by the according to the method name which you have given. Like if you have given barking or anything adding, suppose you are writing the add of two numbers, so you write add of as a method. So method is always be a meaningful thing. Okay, it will tell you that what is coming inside your method. It will tell you that if it is an addition of two numbers, so you'll write add, correct? If it is a multiplication, you will write a multiplication. So method will tell you what blocks you are writing inside it. Okay, now comes the data type. Data type is like there are so many data types available in Java: byte, short, integer, long, float, double, boolean, character, string. If you search it in the Google, you will come to know many things about the byte, how it is, how values are stored in byte, short. Mainly integer is used, and float is used for these are used for the whole numbers. Long, float, double is used for the fraction. Boolean is used for like true and false. Character is used for like a particular A, B, C, D. String is used for the, if you are writing some string, like name you're writing, like suppose Chavi or anything, name you're writing, that time you will use string. Okay. Now comes the access specifier. What is access specifier? Anyone know? Anyone know about access specifier? Yes.
There are these like we use them in the method, which is when it's public, you can access it, and when it's private, like it's protected, you cannot access it. And yeah.
Yeah, correct. So when you are writing this public, private, protected, default in your variable or in your method, then that property is given to that method or the variable, and you can access them accordingly. That is called as access modifier. Suppose it's a private, then you can use it inside the method only. Outside the method you cannot use it. If it is public, you can use it accessible inside the class. So you can use inside the class, like suppose this is a class, right? I have written one class and I have written some private methods here. Okay, this is a private method, so we can use it inside the class only. You cannot use it outside the class. Okay. Accessible within the subclass inside the same package. So all these things are like default you can access in subclass also, but private you cannot access, protected you can use, and public also you can use. Okay, so public can be accessed in all these things, like accessible outside the package also. What is package? I've just showed you, right? So this is the package. Inside the package you have many classes. So if it is public, then you can access it on the access that class in all those packages. Okay, accessible within the subclass outside the package. So yes, public can be used, protected can be used, but private and default cannot be accessible outside the package. Okay, outside the package and other subclasses. Okay, so that we cannot use. And accessible outside the package, so default also cannot be used, private and even the protected cannot be used outside the package. Okay, only the public can be used, public methods or public variables. We will learn these things more when we go ahead, but for your knowledge you just remember this this table, that how access modifier give access to different like access specifier. Okay, how it is given. Now coming between the
Shavi, the last point which you mentioned, will you please
Yeah.
explain more? Accessible within the subclass outside the package. What does that mean?
accessible within the subclass outside the package. Okay, so that means you have one class, right? You have one class dog. Now you have one more class bird. Okay, now that is the subclass. How it is subclass? If it is extending the when we learn about the inheritance, now that time you will come to know the subclasses are the child classes. Okay, subclasses are the child classes, and when you are using the child class, um, that time it is accessible within the subclass outside the package. So suppose there is a two packages. Okay, two packages is there, and you have suppose you have created one more package here. Okay, you can create new and then package. Suppose you have written name here my. So this is become the another package. Inside that you have created one class, new class. Okay, and you have created that. So if it is protected one, see, this is a protected variable. That variable you can use it inside this when you are inheriting that class. Okay, if you are inheriting this this class, suppose this is a hello class, right? This is a hello class and this is a new class. And what you are doing, you will learn, like when we are inheriting that hello class inside this class, that time you can use all the protected variables or protected method which are inside that class. Okay, it is a little confusing. That's why I said that don't get confused in just first day. This is your first day of learning all these things. Once you learn more, you will get more idea. Okay, these things we are gonna do it in our all our sessions. Okay, so this is like this, you have to refer it again and again when we are moving ahead. No, this you have to refer all these things again and again when we are creating our classes, when we are creating our when we are doing the inheritance, when we do the polymorphism, when we are creating many classes and taking the methods from the other classes. So that time we are referring this table again and again. Okay, So don't get confused. Just try to understand. But if you are not understanding, you will get many more chances to understand. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the next thing, which is that clear to you? Whoever asked me this doubt? Sorry,
Actually, I have gone through your previous videos, Chavi. So I
Mhm.
have a question like protected can access the other package subclasses, but not the other side, other side the package.
Mhm.
These two things are not clear actually. Means
Yeah,
public can access the other package, that is for sure.
yeah.
When it comes to protected,
Mhm.
it can access the other package of subclass, but not the other package. You mean to say this?
See, protected can access within the subclass outside the package. Okay, accessible outside the package also. I mean, when there are two packages, which I've shown you, right?
Yes,
There are
yes.
two packages, and if it is a subclass means what? Do you know
Yeah, the
what is
child class I
subclass?
know. I've gone through
Yeah,
your
yeah. So child class can always access the parent methods. Okay, child class can always access the parent method. What is parent method? When you are inheriting something, right? When you are inheriting that, that's what I said. If I write here extends hello, right? If I write extend hello, I have to write the package here also. Like I have to include that, which is little confusing for the new
yeah,
person who are who are learning. So we will learn that everything.
sure,
So
sure.
it's just that you have to remember, and then once you start learning, it will be easy for you to understand this table. So
Okay.
no issues. Okay. Good that you are wanted to learn everything. So yeah, as you have already gone through these things, you will be knowing that you are asking question. That is good. That's what the purpose of sending you all the videos and sharing all your videos, so that you can learn more and more. Okay. Okay. So everybody understood till now what we are doing here. Um, now comes the okay. One more thing I want to tell you is when you are in your command prompt, okay, and you can write some echo command. Echo percentage. This is for the person who are newly installed this everything you have done in the Java home and everything, right? So percentage. So Java home is installed, like have you configured everything in your what do you say? In your environment, everybody has done that. Edit system environment variables. Yes. Is there any doubt in this part? You can ask me, like your some people has done it and some has not done it, but if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, it's not like we are just starting, so I'm just making sure that everyone has done all these parts. If you have not done, can you please ask? Yes.
I don't have window. I have a MacBook, so it's different.
Yeah, correct. It will be different then.
Mhm.
So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have done, then it's fine. Then it's good. It will be. I'm telling you about the window part. The window
Hello?
part is yes, Dunstan.
Just show me that you type like echo something.
Yeah.
What is that
So,
command?
so that command is for making sure that you have installed, like you have
That's why I need, ma'am.
sorry.
That's why I need to make sure.
Okay, okay, I will copy that echo and command, and I will tell you that have you done all those
Should I type
config.
like Java underscore home like this one?
Yes, you should get
Java
like this.
underscore home capital Java capital.
Yes, correct.
What letter uppercases needed?
Uh, I think it should be like this, uppercase. Yeah, you are right. Java underscore home. Yes, so sometimes means like whatever you write, it should come like that only. In the environment, no, in the system, edit the system
I got like
environment.
that.
You got like that? Okay,
Yes,
fine
ma'am.
then.
Okay, thank you.
Java home environment. Yeah. So that means you have that means you have you have done with the environment variables. You have added the link here, and you have done everything. Okay, if it is not coming, then that means you have not link all these things, or you have not configured it properly. Okay. Okay. Okay,
Hello?
if everyone has done with this and everyone is getting the Java home here, then
Can I
everything is
do
fine.
those things using tablet?
Can you come again?
Can I do this one with a tablet, like
Tablet means?
not Android, like my Apple tablet?
Okay, Apple iPad you are saying?
Yes, ma'am.
No, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so you can do that. If you have MacBook, I mean, MacBook have the same method, but tablet, I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay.
Can you install Java in that?
No,
Then you
ma'am.
can do it. No,
No, that's why I need to know.
no, I
didn't
don't
know.
think so you can do that. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, now what we will do, we will learn about the some loops before going to this defect, error, bug, and failure. We will learn about the loops. So anyone know about for loop, while loop, if loop, if else loop? Anyone?
Yeah, like it's used for the programming, like for loop or while or do while. We use uh, to run a certain situation again and again until we achieve the result.
Correct, correct. That's true. That's true.
If or if else we use for certain situation, like if certain condition is fulfilled, then this result should come. If not, then other result should come. Or
Correct.
if is like similar kind of thing. If else and else.
Good. Yes, very correct. Very correct. So suppose we are writing one method. Sorry, we are writing one class name as greater. Okay. So we wanted to find the greater number with the help of which loop should we which loops, like there are loops, right? For loop, while loop, if else loop, do while loop. So if you wanted to find the greater number, suppose I have integer a, okay, integer b, okay, and I have one method which is saying that it is which is greater. Okay, I've written that in class. So suppose a value is 5, I will give a equal to 5 and then b equal to 7. I'm giving very simple program currently. Okay. So how we'll find out that whether a is greater or b is greater? With the help of which loop?
If loop, if condition.
If loop. Correct. Correct. So we will just say if a is greater than b, right? Then what you will do?
Print A.
SYSO. Okay, this you can write. This is the shortcut. Okay, SYSO and then control space bar. You can write print a is greater. Okay, what will be happen then? A is greater, and you can write plus a. Okay, whatever you have written. Then else SYSO control and space bar. Okay. Then what will happen? You can write b is greater. Okay, b is greater, and you can simply write the value of b. Okay, is that clear to everyone? So this is a simple program which I'm telling you that if a is greater, then print a, if else b. Okay, so just execute it. So b is greater, and this is and 7 is the greater number. This is very easy. If you wanted to find 3 numbers, suppose, okay, integer c equal to, now how you will do it? Can anyone tell?
If A greater than B and A greater than C,
Mm-hmm.
and
What you
we
have to do
print
here?
A, we add and we add and
Mhm.
A
And
greater
operator.
than C.
A greater than C. Okay, good.
Yeah, we don't use and.
So is this the AND operator working here? What
No.
what do you do? Then what will happen? This. Okay. Anyone else, like anyone else can tell that, okay, this is your assignment. I don't want this operator. Operator makes your work very easy, right? So I don't want this operator. Without operator, can you do that?
Then we need to add another if statement.
Yeah, you can
Like
add if statement. Yeah, you can add if statement, but you cannot add the operator. Okay, you can
Yeah.
have nested if also.
Yes.
Okay, this is your assignment, that this is 3 variables, and you have to find the highest variable and print it. Okay, this is your assignment. Now comes this. We will come back to our PPT. What is the difference between defect, error, bug, or failure? Can anyone tell what is defect? We have learned that in our last class, like defect life cycle, right? Right? Everyone understood what was defect life cycle which we have done it in the last class?
Yes.
Okay, so what is difference between defect, error, bug, failure? See, defect is the what we have learned last time is like deviation from the actual result and the expected result. That is defect, correct?
Yes.
Error is what? Error is when you are writing some program, right? When suppose a developer is writing some program and it finds the error like syntax error, right? What is syntax error? When you are not written your programming thing correctly, like suppose you have forgot the semicolon at the end of the statement, no, that is a syntax error. Or you forgot, or you just now I have written and instead of operator and I have written and, so that is a syntax error. So um, that comes the error, that comes under the error. Runtime error or logical error, like you have written something, programming language, like some code you have written, but the logic is not correct, right? Suppose you have written greater of 3 numbers, but the logic which you have written is not giving you the correct answer. It is giving you the wrong answer. That means it's a logical error. So all these comes under error. Okay, what is bug? Bug is when a developer accepts the defect. There is one life cycle, right, where you are accepting the defect. That becomes the bug. Okay, and the failure is when your application crashes. Like you have given one build to your to testing, and then what will happen? It is not able to log in. You are not able to log in into your system only. So that becomes the failure. It is giving you the page not found error. Okay, when you are logging into the system, it is giving you the page not found error or something very yeah. Any doubt?
If there is a doubt, if there is a defect, developer not accept, what will happen? It is bug.
No, it will be like rejected. No, there. Yes. Yeah. Last class also we have discussed that whether it is rejected or it is a duplicate. So that will be the status of that defect. It will not be like a bug. I mean, it will not be a, a defect in which you have to do some action. If you have to do some action, then it becomes a bug, right? If you have to don't do any action and it will be like a defected or rejected or duplicate or deferred. Not deferred will be still a bug, but if it is a rejected or a duplicate, then the status will be that only, the rejected defect. It will be defect only. You don't have to perform any action on that. You got it?
Okay.
If you have to perform any action, or if it has to be looked into it, or developer accept that defect, then it will become a bug, and then you have to put an effort to rectify that bug or defect, and then you can go ahead with the life cycle of that. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Any doubt? Because it's a very important interview question. It is very much asked by many of the interviewer, that what you understand by the failure, error, defect, bug. So this is a very popular interview question.
Shavi, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Like if error is there, definitely it will not match the expected result of the client, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between defect and error then?
Defect and error. Yeah. See, the error is what the programmer gets while it is executing the code. Okay, that is error. These are the different types of error also. Error is when you are something you are getting it in here inside your console. No, if you are not able to execute it and you are getting something wrong, right? So that here whatever you are getting and you're not getting the output, that means it's an error. Okay,
Yeah.
error is here in your output, but defect is here you are clear, here your everything is working, but the logic or the expected and the actual is not proper, then it becomes a defect. You understood? Any doubt?
But my question is, if
Mhm.
we are getting an error in the console, suppose,
Mhm.
definitely, if we run the test case also, that is not going to pass.
Yeah, but that will not come to you. The test case, the test case, you will execute only when the developer gives you the code, right? Developer give you the not code, but the build they give you.
Okay.
So
Now,
that will not come to you.
mm,
If it is an error, then that part will not come to you. It will come to the developer, and once the developer solve that error, then only it will come to you, because the build should be in a executable form, right? Then only it will come to the tester.
yeah, now clear.
Ah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
So whatever the developer do, that comes the error, and when it is done, then only it come to you. Okay. Okay. So now what we are gonna do is we will um, we will take another sheet. So defect is we have done, like there are defects now. Okay. Now what we are gonna do is how many types of defects are there? Okay. There are these four types of defects are there: critical defect, major defect, minor defect, and trivial defect. Okay, so defect, as you know, that this is the deviation from expected and the actual result, right? So how many types of defects are there? Critical, major, minor, and trivial. Critical defects are what? Anyone can tell? What are the critical defects?
That we cannot fix it.
No.
Make the system crash or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, see, everything can be fixed. As per, we should not never say that um, uh, like it cannot be fixed. If it is not fixed, then why we are here? Like why developers are here? Why testers are here? We are here to fix everything. We will not tell customers that it cannot be fixed. If it is not fixed, then our job is gone. Okay, so critical defect is where we are like failure has happened or something major has happened, blockage has happened, login page is not able to see. So that becomes the critical defect. Why? Because it should be taken care of that immediately. The that should be reported immediately to the developer and to the client that this is the thing which we are facing. Okay, so critical defect is it should be taken care of immediately and have the blockage or crashing of the system. Okay, so that becomes the critical defect. Major defect is what? When you have a defect affected in your major functionality, like your in the last class also I have said that if your payment is not done correctly or some other payment problems are coming. So that becomes the major functionality crashed down. Everything you can able to search your product, you can able to select your product, but while purchasing it, you are getting some error. So that time it is a major defect. Okay, it's not crashing or it's not giving any, a page not found error, but it is not working as per your expectation when you are purchasing that product. So that becomes a major defect. Now minor defects are those defects which is impacting the small functionality, and the workflow is the way it is working is creating a negative impact on the user experience. Okay, like something you wanted to search in your search engine, and it is showing some other results also, which should not come. Like if you are searching for some phone, but speakers are also coming, or some other products are also coming in your search, that time it's like a not a good experience for the user. Or I am searching this, but these are the results are also coming. So that is a negative impact on the user experience, that user should feel good when they are using their product or when they are using your application. So that comes the minor defect. That comes under the minor defect. Trivial defects are, what are the trivial defects? There are some spelling mistakes, or if there are something some small functionality is not properly used or properly explained, or it is skipped, like something you have skipped, like while searching some product, you are spelling is wrong, then it will not give you the product name. Something has happened. So that comes under the trivial defect. It's a very minor defects. Okay. So in terms of like business, these terms are not used critical, major, minor, trivial. It is always used high, medium, and low priority defects. Okay. I mean, whenever you are raising any defect, it comes under the high, medium, and low. Okay. Defect can be like high priority and low priority and medium priority according to these many according to your understanding. You can put them in these categories. Okay, any doubt? Okay, move further. Now comes the priority and severity. Do you know any difference between these two things, priority and severity?
Yeah. So priority is so how important is the defect? So by the order, like we should fix the defect first, or we can leave it later. But the severity is how harmful is the defect for the system.
Correct. Just take a 5 minutes break. I'm just coming back. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
Just pause.
Yes.
Pause recording. So yeah, what is the difference between the priority and the severity? Anyone was telling? Sorry, I went out. So priority and severity.
Priority is mostly decided by the client side, and the severity depends upon the developer or.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, I answered before, but I'm gonna repeat. So like I said, the priority, it's for like how priority is the defect. Like if we need to fix it for right now or later on, we can leave it to later on. But the severity is how harmful is the defect for the system.
Correct, correct. So this is the better answer. Anyone else?
Yeah. Yeah, the priority is how much how much urgently the bag need to fix, and severity is the impact
Mhm.
in
Correct.
the functionality.
Yes. So, right. So, as someone said, the priority is decided by the client. So, this is not a correct way to tell, because priority and severity is both defined by the tester only. I mean, when we are logging a defect, the tester will only be defining about the priority and severity. Okay. So, according to the urgency or the urgency of that defect, that comes the priority. Urgency of the defect means if it is a small defect also, but it has to be fixed immediately, then the priority will be high. So priority is how fast you wanted to fix that defect, that comes under priority. And the severity is how complicated that thing to resolve. So that comes under severity. Okay. So priority is what? Priority is defined as the order in which the defect should be fixed. Higher the priority, the sooner it needs to be resolved. Okay. So priority doesn't related with the functionality. It depends on the urgency, you can say. If it is an urgent thing, you have to fix it now, even though it's a very trivial thing or it's very small thing, but it has a high urgency. And client wanted like uh, like you said, client wanted in a very urgent way, so that comes under priority. But the thing is, every time client won't tell. It's your it's or a tester responsibility to check that whether it's an urgent defect or not. So it all depends on how you are how that defect is coming to you. So accordingly you have to prioritize it. Okay. Low priority means the defect is irrelevant, but repair can be done once the more serious defect has been fixed. Okay. So that comes the low priority. Medium priority, during the normal course of the development activity, defect should be resolved, and it can wait until a new version is created. So that comes the medium. The high priority is the defect must be resolved as soon as it is as soon as possible, as it affects the system severely and cannot be used until it is fixed. So that comes the high priority. Now comes the severity. Severity is the degree of impact that a defect has to be operation of a product. Okay, like what is the impact of that defect? Okay, in your product or in your project. Okay, so severity indicates the seriousness of the defect on the functionality part. Okay, functionality part, it tells you the seriousness of the defect. So critical defects comes under this. Defect indicates the complete shutdown of the process. Okay, and nothing can be done further if you have not if you not resolve that. Nothing can be work further, like login page. If you are not properly login, you cannot do anything further. So that will become the critical severity. Okay, major is it is a highly severe defect and collapse the system. However, certain part of the system remain functional, like few parts are not working. Suppose in a banking domain, DMAT thing is not working. So that comes under major defect only, major severity. But other things are working, like your normal bank account, your everything is working fine, but your DMAT is not working fine. So that is major, but not critical. Okay. Now medium is it causes some undesirable behavior, but the system is still functioning. Okay. Low is it won't cause any major breakdown of the system. Okay. Clear? Is that clear to everyone? Any doubt? Because this is very important interview question. Priority and severity is like the favorite interviewer's question. Okay. Now comes that what is the difference between priority and severity, which we have already covered. Okay. Priority indicates how soon the bug should be fixed, while the severity indicates the seriousness of the defect on the product or functionality. Okay. Priority is associated with scheduling, right? As how soon you want to how soon you have to resolve this bug, while the severity is associated with the functionality, which someone said correctly. So this is the difference. High priority and low severity status indicates the defect, how to be fixed or immediate basis, but does not affect the application, while high priority and low priority status indicates the defect have to be fixed, but not on the immediate basis. Correct? So this is the example of high severity and low priority. This is also very important interview question. Like, can you tell me the difference between high priority and low severity, and high severity and low priority? So this is the way you should explain it with example. Can anyone tell the high priority and low severity example?
Like the company logo is not reflecting properly. It does not affect the functionality of the software, but definitely the company doesn't want this logo to be look in a different way.
Correct. So that is high priority and low severity example. Now, you understood, everyone?
Teacher, can you repeat that?
Yeah. So suppose the logo of a company, it is not severe defect, right? It's a very low severity defect, but it is impacting so much. I mean, whenever some person will open the site and see that the logo is not correct, then it will creating a negative impact on the user, right? So this is a high priority. Why? It should be fixed immediately. Immediately that problem needs to be fixed, because it is creating a wrong impact on the user, because the logo is not proper. Okay, suppose Google logo inside the when you search Google and it is showing you Yahoo logo, it is not a major not a severe defect, but it's a high priority defect. Why? Because it should be resolved immediately. So priority is the scheduling thing. Priority tells you that how important that defect is to be fixed. How sooner it should be fixed. Okay, how soon it should be fixed, because it's impacting the user experience. Okay, and it's a low severity. Can anyone tell me about the high severity and low priority example? Have everyone understood about this high priority and low severity, whatever I've explained? Is any doubt? Because it's a very asked interview question, very important interview question. So if you have not understood, please ask me.
The meaning, I understand the meaning, but could you please like give us like great example of that?
About high priority and low severity?
Yes,
You're asking?
please.
Yeah. Okay. So suppose you are you are logging into the Amazon site. Okay, if you are logging into the Amazon site and you find that the logo is not there or missing, or suppose the logo is of like a Myntra site, what will happen? Have I opened the wrong site? Have I opened something else? Or have I opened, enter the wrong URL? What will be the experience of you? That is the experience, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So what will you think? Did I do something wrong, or have I entered something wrong in my site? So what will happen? This is creating a wrong impact or a waste of time of the user of thinking that have I opened something correct or not. So what is the experience of Amazon site? It is creating a negative experience with the client or with the user, right? We are the user of Amazon. We are the client for the Amazons, like not client, like we are the user for the Amazon site. We are purchasing everything, means whatever we want. Okay, but if we see a logo of other um, some other company or some other purchasing site, then what will happen? It's an error, correct? It's a bug. It's a bug for us, correct? So what do you think? It should resolve immediately, or it can take time? Like it's okay. I mean, it's not impacting our functionality. If you are searching for iPhone, or if you are searching for your products, or you are searching for some camera, it's giving you the right search. But should we do that immediately or not? What is your take on it? Tell me. Who was asking this question? Sorry, I don't know, remember the name.
Me, Nasima.
Nasima, okay.
Yeah,
Nasima, tell me. So is that problem should be resolved immediately, or it's okay? I mean, everything is working fine now. You can search everything. You can, you can search your products and it's showing correctly. So should we do something about that defect or not?
We should. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the case. Like,
Yeah.
maybe the functionality is not affecting. Maybe you're able to search everything. You're able to purchase everything. But thing is, Amazon site is showing somebody else logo, or it's missing. So that is like a priority high defect.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes it high priority defect. Why? Because it is but it is severity low. Why? Because it's not majorly affecting your functionality. Your functionality is working fine, but it is affecting your user experience. So that is something which is impacting, and it should be high priority, and that's why it is at low severity.
Okay.
Okay. Now comes the anyone tell about the high severity and low priority defect? I mean, severity is high, but the priority can be low, or it can be resolved later.
For example, when there is like a link in the application that takes to for example, advertisement or something like that, that the user is not using, and then when you click on that link, it gives you an error 404 or something like that. So this is like severe defect, but it's not like we don't need to fix it right now.
Correct. So yeah, very well said, Leela. So this is the example of high severity and low priority. Why? Because that that part of link which we are not using much, or that is not impacting on our or our functionality, or our it's not very much in use, and it's highly ignored by everyone. So that is not working. Then it's a severity. It's a high severity and low priority. Why? Because it's not much in use. Or another example is like a like you get a a requirement which is not being done in this part, but it is done in the next part, or whatever I said, not deferred. It's a deferred thing. Okay. Maybe in the next release you have to take care of that. But that functionality, again, the DMAT functionality, which I have said in the example before also, like there is a banking site in which there are DMAT functionality which is to be introduced in the next release. Okay, but not in this release. So the DMAT functionality has a very high severity, but while it is a low priority, because it has to be taken care in the next release. Okay, so that link, or that DMAT link, which when you are clicking and going into the DMAT thing, will be taken care of after the next release. So it's a high severity, that it has a very difficult functionality. It has to be have very much taken care of the functionality wise, and have so many features including in that. But the priority is low. Why? Because it has to be taken care in the next release. Okay, so everyone clear about the high severity and the low priority? Is there any doubt? You can ask me again. I know it's a little bit confusing. Good. So everyone understood. That's great. Now, priority status is based on the customer requirement, whereas the severity status is based on the technical aspect of the product, which someone said correctly. Okay. Okay. Okay, then this is the severity thing, and this is the priority thing. Severity is critical and non-critical. Priority is low and urgent. So key feature is not working if it is critical and urgent. So this is the like a diagram, flow diagram, that or chart you can say, which has an x-axis has a priority, and the y-axis has the severity. Okay, so urgent and critical, that means key feature is not working. Non-critical and urgent, like company logo, which we have already discussed. Low priority and critical severity is feature that is rarely used and does not work. Okay, which we have discussed just now. And both are low, that means low priority and non-critical, that means caption is an image is written in wrong font and all were not correct. Okay, so that is the example which we have already covered, the example of low priority and the example of high severity and low priority. We'll move on. Okay, now comes the loop. Okay, for loop, there are 4 different types of loop: for loop, if else statement, while loop statement, and do while loop statement. Okay, now comes the for loop. For loop is what? For loop has a initial expression. Okay, like integer I equal to 0 or 1 or 2. Okay, now comes after that semicolon, it comes the test expression and then update expression. Okay, So these are the for loop syntax, and then comes the inside that there is a body for loop. Okay, in the chart you can say, like in the flow diagram, you can see the initial expression, like whichever we have integer you have assigned. Then comes the test condition. Okay, so whether I is less than 10 or I is less than 5, that condition is satisfied or not. If it is satisfied, enter the loop. Okay, and update the expression. Okay, so after entering the loop, what will happen? It will come to the body of the loop, and after body of the loop, it will upgrade the expression. Expression means if you are writing I plus plus or I minus minus, whatever you are writing, it will update this expression and then it will come out. And if it is false, it will terminate the loop. Okay, everyone understood? This is the initial expression, which is written here in the first part. Test expression, test condition. You'll find the condition. If it is true, then it will enter into the body, and after the body, it will update the expression. Okay. After coming to the body, then it will update the expression, and if it is false, it will come out of the loop. It will not enter into the body and not even bothered about the updated expression. Okay. Example. Example is what? Suppose there is a main class in which you have written the main method. Integer n is 5. And what you have to do, we have to print this thing 5 times. Okay. What will happen? It will integer I equal to 1. Okay. This is the, what is this? This is the initial expression. Okay. Now it will check that I is less than equal to n. So this condition is true, right? So this condition is true. So it will enter into the body. What will happen in the body? It will print this Java is fun. It will print. After printing, what will happen? It will upgrade the expression. That means it will increment the expression by 1. I equal to I plus 1. So what will happen? It will increment the expression. Now the I value here is 2, right? So again, it will come to this for loop, because it is not, the condition is still not still satisfying. So it will come here again, I equal to now 2. I is less than 5, right? 5. So it will enter into the loop, print it, and then comes the update expression. After that, what will happen? It will update the expression and then becomes the 3. 3 again it will come, p is less than 5. Again it will print, again update expression, now the 4. 4 is less than, so these all continue until the n value is 6. Okay, because it is equal to also. So if the value is 6, it is false, then it is false and it is coming out of the loop. Clear, everyone? Any doubt for loop?
So teacher, when you write like I equal I plus 1, is it the same like when we write I plus plus?
Yes, both are same. Either you can write I equal to I plus 1 or you can write I plus plus. So both the expressions are same.
So
Okay.
also like one for the initial expression, like when do we write I equal to 0, I equal to 1, or I equal to 2 for the?
Yeah. Yeah, it all depends on how you wanted to do it. If you wanted to start from I equal to 0, then like suppose your requirement is what? You wanted to print this Java is fun for 5 times, or you wanted to print it 6 times, or you wanted to print it only 4 times. It's all depends on you. If you wanted to print 4 times, you will start with 1 and less than n. Don't write equal to. It will print 4 times. You got it? I will tell you.
Yes.
I will guess. Suppose there is,
Hello.
yes.
Excuse me, can I type like I plus 3, I plus 5?
Yes. Yeah. I plus 3, I plus 5. Yeah, you can write it. Of
And
course, you can write it.
note in this case, if we do
Okay.
I plus 5,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ask me what question you're asking. Who was there?
like in this case, if we do like I plus 4, what should be the result?
You tell me what will be the result. It will print only one time, right? Because it will be incremented by 4,
By
right?
4.
So it will be 1 plus 4. I think 2 times. 2 times it will print because 4 plus 1 is 5 and 5 is equal to n. So I will be 5 and n is also 5. So equal to is there. So it will print 2 times. I will show you.
So if
I will-
I equal 0, and then here I it's equal to I plus 1, gonna print how many times gonna print here? If I change 1 by 0,
this one 1 by 0. You tell me how many times it will print. 1 by 0.
it's gonna be 5 or 6.
No, 6. It will print 6 times. Why? Because it is starting from 0.
0, yeah.
0 means and if you are not changing it I equal to I less than equal to n, then it will print 6 times. Okay, I
Okay,
will show.
thank you.
So integer n equal to 5, right? Then comes the for loop. Not that. For integer I equal to what you want. Integer I go. You wanted to start from 0. I less than equal to n. I plus plus. Then you will write correct. Now shoot me the questions, whatever you want to write. This is not a good practice. Always write like this. Save line. Okay. So tell me how many times it will print. This is 0 and this is I less than equal to n.
6.
6.
Okay, correct. 6 times. And if we have written I equal to I plus 3, then can you tell me how many times it will print?
3 times.
Sorry,
3.
3. Anyone else?
Oh, it's 2 times.
Anyone else?
2 times.
2 times. Right. Let me check. 1, 0. 4. No, 3 times, I guess. No, 2 times. Right. Why? Because it is 0, I equal to 0. Then what will happen? It will print and then it will increment 0 to 3. 3 means 3. Yeah, 2 times. In the next part, it will be 6. So 6 is not 6 is not satisfying it, so it will come out of it. So 2 times it will print. Correct? Any doubt in this? Okay, if I said 4, then what will happen? How many times it will print?
One
Two.
time.
1 time. 2 times. Why? Because it's still satisfying a condition. If I say 5, then it will print 1 time. Right?
No, 2 time. Because I is equal to 1. So
Oh,
again at 5 also it will print. Now
right.
it will 1 time.
Now it will print 1 time. Correct. So understood. Everyone got it, right? Great. Any doubt in this program? Everyone got it, right? How it is working and how it is executing. Now coming to the if statement. If statement we have already covered in that greater part, but still I will explain you. If statement is used to test the condition. It checks that whether the condition is true or false. Okay. So there are 4 types of if statement, like if statement, if else statement, if else if ladder, and nested if statement. Okay. Now first we will do the if statement. Okay. If statement is what? Test the condition of the block, whatever is there. Okay. If the condition, and then we execute the code which is inside the if statement. Okay, so condition, we will check first the condition. If it is true, we will go to the if code or the body of the if, and then after if whatever is there, we will do that. If it is false, we will not enter into the if condition. Okay, example. Okay, so there is one more example. Suppose the integer age is equals to 20, and if the age is greater than 18, then we just print it that the age is greater than 18. Simple. This is the if condition. Okay, so this will be printed. Why? Because the age is assigned as 20 and it is greater than 18, so it will print. Now comes the another condition, if else. If else is what? If the condition is true, then it will enter, then the code of if condition is printed, else the code of false condition is printed. Correct? So that if condition is true, it will print this, or if the condition is false, it will go to this loop. Okay. Example. Okay, so if suppose if the number is assigned as 13, okay, and if the number is divided by 2 is 0, 0, then it's an even number, or else it's an odd number. Simple. Now there is one more method which is called as Ternary example. Okay, so this is the way also we can write it, which is called as, we will learn this more in the coming classes about the ternary example. Okay, what this tells you, if we are not writing if else, we are just writing percentage equal to and then question mark and then colon. Question marks tells the if statement. If it is 0, 0, it will print the even number, and if it is odd, it will print the odd number. Okay, this is known as colon is known as else, and this is question mark is known as if. Okay, so this is the ternary operators. Okay, it's only used for if else, for nothing else. Okay, only for if else we use it. Okay, I will show you actually about this ternary operator. Okay, suppose we wanted to write it as this is a variable, suppose operator. Okay, operator. What will happen is, what you will do, you will give the condition inside it of whatever operator or output, whichever you wanted to use. It's just a string variable. Okay, suppose this is the output, and what you have written here, output equal to, you are just checking the condition, like A is greater than B. Okay, and what you are going to do, if A is greater than B, you will print A. Okay, else what you will do, you will print B. Wait, this will come here. Okay, instead of all these lines, you are only putting this, and then what will happen is, you will print the output. Okay, you are printing only the output. Okay, what you will print, output. Okay, so what will happen, instead of these 4 or 5 lines, you have written only these 2 lines. Okay, and that is called as ternary operators. Okay, now I execute it.
Excuse me.
Yes, tell me.
Someone says not audible to you.
Oh, sorry, Pooja, you are not able to listen to me. I'm not audible to everyone. Am I audible to you or not?
Yes, you are audible.
I can hear you. Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, Pooja, can you rejoin if possible? Thanks, Dunstan, for
Shall please
making me
type
notice.
and tell her, because she
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, because she can't hear me, right?
Yeah.
Pooja, can you rejoin? Pooja is not in the meeting. Oh, Padma. Okay. Anyways, like let her rejoin. So you understood what I am doing? You understood?
Yes.
Okay, so what we are doing is, we are creating one variable of name output. We are creating one variable which has name output, and in output we are storing the value. If it is this, then it can be printed this, or else we can print like this. Okay, so this is called as this is the way we can write if else statement. It can be only written on the if else statement. Okay, now comes the next thing, which is
Will be there. How you will need to write that?
yeah, I will tell you. This is the 3 conditions. So that time we cannot use the ternary operator. We cannot use it. Only for this if else only we can use the ternary operator. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is like if else if ladder. Okay. Ladder means so many things you can use it in if else statement. Suppose they like if condition 1, else if condition 2, else if condition 3. There are so many conditions. Okay, there are multiple statements. You have so many conditions like when you are finding someone's what you can say marks, like whether it's a C grade or D grade or B grade or A grade. So that time this loop was useful. Okay, Pooja, now can you hear me? Pooja, as you rejoined.
Yeah, Shavi. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's okay.
great. Okay, so we were just talking about the if else ladder. So this is there are the multiple statements which we can use it in this if else if ladder. Okay, so how it works is condition 1, if it is true, we'll print the statement 1. If it is false, it will come to the condition 2, and if it is true, condition true is true, then it will print the statement 2. If the condition true is also false, like 1 is also false, 2 is also false, then it will check for the another condition. And if it is true, it will print it. Example is what if else if example. So suppose your person marks is 65. Okay. So if the marks is less than 50, it will be fail. If else, if marks is greater than or equal to 50 to 60, in between 50 to 60, it will be D grade. If it is between 60 to 70, it will be C. 70 to 80, it will be B. And 80 to 90, it will be A. And 90 to 100, it will be A plus, or else it is invalid. This is also very important to write invalid statement, because sometimes you give the sometimes person gives the character, correct? So instead of marks, it gives you the character. So it should not fail, it should give you the invalid thing. Okay, so can anyone tell me what will be the output of this? If the marks is 65, what will be the output of this program?
C grade.
Correct. Okay, so it's that simple. Now there is one assignment which I am giving you about the positive, negative, or zero. You have to check it. Okay, there's one program you have to write in which you can tell that whether the number is, you will give the number as a negative number or positive number or zero, and then you will do the if else statement, and then you will find out that what is the number. Okay. Okay, there's one assignment to you. Okay, now comes the nested if. What is nested if? Nested if is when you are checking more and more conditions. Like if you are checking this condition and also checking this condition, then only you can enter into the loop. Okay, so you are checking two conditions. Okay, so as I told you, in the greater number, three numbers, among three numbers which is greater, so that will come in the nested if loop. Okay, so you have to find out that solution. Okay, so how nested if works? It will enter into the condition. If it is true, it will enter into the next condition, and if it is true, it will enter into the code. Okay, if it is false, it will come out of the loop, and if second statement is false also, it will come out of the loop, it will not enter. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Any doubt? Okay, so we will stop here. Okay, I will explain the example of nested if. So if the age is 20 and weight is 80, then you are eligible to donate the blood. Okay, so if both the condition are satisfying, your age and your weight, then only you are eligible for donating the blood. So that is the small example of if, nested if. Okay,
Yeah.
while loop we will do it in the next class, and I will give you few
Excuse me.
assignment. Sorry, yeah, someone was saying.
Yeah. Yes. So when we use nested if, like when we instead to end operator.
Yeah, so when we use the nested if, when we have to verify, or when we have to check for two conditions, more than one
Okay.
condition, and both the conditions should satisfy, then only you can enter into that loop. So that time we use the nested if. In this, what was happening in the ladder, we are not checking the two condition, we are just checking the one condition, that if the marks is this to this, it will fail. If the marks is between this to this, we don't want both the condition to be fulfilled, we just want this condition to be fulfilled. But here what we are doing, we want this condition also and this condition also, and we can use the AND operator here also, but see, this is the way of writing. Either you can use the AND operator, or you can have the nested if. So it all depends on your choice. Okay.
Thank you.
So how you have to go ahead with your coding. Okay. So this is the end of this today's class. We will do the while loop in the next class. Okay. So if and for loop we have done, so I will send you few programs for if and for loop. Okay, which can be done by if and for loop in the chat section, in the WhatsApp. I will send you programs, and by that time you can go through all these PPT and write small programs and practice it. I will give you around 5 questions, 5 programs to write it down. Maybe by your morning, your morning, I will send you the programs and also the recorded session. Okay. Any doubt or anything you wanted to ask?